When it comes to improving your personal finances, your money mindset is a critical foundational piece. Your goals may revolve around becoming debt-free, saving money, investing, and getting to figures in savings, but without the right financial mindset, it will be really difficult to accomplish. These days, all it takes is a quick Google search, and within seconds, you'll be provided with thousands of articles giving you step-by-step guidance on how to do all of the above to get you closer to your money goals. In today's video, we will be showing you mindsets for making money. Without further ado, let's begin. Forgive your past financial mistakes. No one is perfect. Chances are you've made multiple bad financial decisions over the years. Perhaps you paid too much for rent because you fell in love with a beautiful house, or you went on too many shopping sprees, and now your credit cards are maxed out. Whatever decisions you've made in the past are in the past. Yes, you might still be suffering the consequences of those mistakes, but you don't have to continually beat yourself up over it. Money is tricky, and not everyone is taught how to manage it properly. A lot of people find their way through trial and error. The two most important things to focus on are learning from your mistakes and forgiving yourself. You should also try to rephrase your thinking when it comes to the poor decisions you've made in the past. If you have debt, remember the dinners out with friends, remember the trips you took, or the education you paid for. Your debt brought you joy, it created memories. Don't romanticize it, but remember that it served a purpose. It's not the enemy or a black void you'll never get out of. It was there when you needed it, and now you can work to pay it down and create an even better life moving forward. Understand your thoughts and emotions surrounding money. You might think you understand your thought patterns when it comes to money, but taking a deeper look might provide some interesting insight. Try this exercise for an entire day. After each purchase or financial decision you make, take a moment and write down your thoughts and emotions. What's running through your head? How do you feel? Be honest and thorough. At the end of the day, go over everything with an open mind. You might find that certain aspects of your finances are stressing you out more than you thought, or perhaps a purchase you thought would bring you joy only brought fleeting happiness followed by guilt. You should in no way feel like you can't spend money on yourself from time to time. But it's good to honestly evaluate how your spending habits are affecting your mental health, thoughts, and emotions. Realize that comparing yourself to others is a losing game. Comparing yourself to others is one of the most dangerous things you can do in life, and the same is true in finances. First of all, comparisons are never accurate. The lens is skewed. You know everything there is to know about yourself, but if you're comparing yourself to someone on Instagram, a movie star, or a fictional character, you're literally comparing yourself to someone you know almost nothing about. Social media is a lie. You only see what people want you to see. They post the highlights of their life and financial journey and leave out the rest. For instance, you might see an Instagrammer posting about luxurious vacations, fancy clothes, and a beautiful home, but you don't know how much debt is on their credit cards. You don't know if they're 2 months behind on their car payment or owe their parents thousands of dollars. And you'll never know because they won't share that part of their journey with you. Yet you constantly see the darker side of yours, so you can see why comparing your entire story with only a highlight reel of theirs is deceptive and dangerous. Even if you're comparing yourself to friends or family members, you're still in a similar situation. You can never know as much about them as you do about yourself, so you can't fully understand their financial situation and the thoughts that go into tough decisions. Another downfall here is that when you compare yourself and find yourself on the losing end, you get discouraged. You're focusing on the negative instead of finding the positive. You start to see your goals as unreachable. You focus on your flaws instead of how far you've come. Thoughts like these can set you back and cause you to make even more negative financial decisions in the long run. Work on forming good habits. Don't shy away from your finances. Try instead to set aside time each week to go over your bills, budget, and spending habits. Highlight the areas you need to work on and congratulate yourself for any improvements. Avoiding an issue will never make it go away. Instead, put your fears aside and face the problems head-on. Set realistic goals and reward yourself in small ways when you reach them. Your finances didn't get out of hand overnight, and your success won't appear that way either, so it's important to set several small goals and celebrate each positive step. Create a budget that brings you joy. Budgets tend to make people nervous. They think of a budget as confining and restricting, but it doesn't have to be that way. A loose budget can help you stay within your spending parameters and understand your boundaries while still allowing yourself the freedom to treat yourself from time to time. A good rule of thumb is to put half of your monthly income towards bills and necessities. 20% of your income should be going towards paying off debt or building savings. That leaves 30% for you to use as you please. If you find that you're unable to follow this pattern, it might be time to look at your monthly bills and see which ones you can lower or cut out altogether. Remember to be thankful. Be thankful for everything you have. It might not be as much as you want, but it's what you have right now, and it's worth celebrating. Be thankful for the roof over your head, the job that provides you with an income, the car that helps you get around, the food in your fridge, etc. There's always time in life to make more money and build a better life. But it'll never be enough until you learn to focus on what you have with a grateful heart. Money shouldn't control you or your thoughts. Instead, you should work to control your thoughts around money and in turn, begin to get a better grip on your financial spending. Use these tips to get you started and watch as your thoughts and emotions on money start to have a positive effect on your life. 1. Decide to be financially successful. Getting wealthy actually starts way before you open that investment account or make that first deposit in your savings account. It starts with a simple decision, which in itself is a very profound one. It's deciding that you are going to be wealthy, and that in turn means deciding to commit to the journey and trust the process. Deciding you are going to be wealthy with full conviction is an incredible boost to your mindset. This is because, with this decision, you are telling yourself you can do it. Unless you believe you can be wealthy, you probably won't be inclined to do what it takes to actually build wealth. Determine your life values. Once you've decided you are going to be wealthy, you have to determine your reason for wanting this financial success. That means determining your why. Your why drives a deep sense of purpose and helps you develop the motivation you need. In fact, having a why can directly improve factors in your life that tie into overall happiness. So, why do you want to pay off your debt, save money, become financially fit and successful, financially independent, etc.? Knowing your why will be your ultimate motivator, especially on the days or during the seasons when things are not going exactly as you planned. Again, this goes back to your why. You might want to retire young. Having $500,000 might be your definition of financial independence, or perhaps it's $1 million. Or your financial goal might just be to have enough money to backpack around the world. Whatever your goals might be, focus on your own standards and what money means to you in relation to what you want in your life. Get comfortable with your fears and your discomfort. Anxiety and fear are natural byproducts when you want to accomplish something big. There's the fear of the unknown, the fear of change, and the fear of failure. And in many instances, fear can stop you dead in your tracks and can become really overwhelming, especially when you start making up things in your head about all the what-ifs and whatnots around what could happen. That more often than not never happens. The thing about fear, though, is that since it comes with the territory, you really have two choices. The first choice is to let it keep you stuck. The second and better choice is to embrace fear as part of the journey. Let it come along for the ride, but let it know it's not allowed to hold you back. One great way to overcome fear is to remember your why and look back at all the accomplishments you've had to date and the fears you overcame to get there. If you could get past those fears, you can most definitely get past your current fears about money. For every fear you have, there is probably one action, even if it's just a small one, you can take to counter the fear. For example, are you afraid you'll never get out of debt? You can focus on making a debt payment right now or in the near future to work against that fear. Remind yourself constantly, no matter how terrifying it can be, that you can do this and focus on taking small steps every day before you know it. You will have made big progress. Express gratitude. Expressing gratitude is one of the best money mindset exercises because it is a good way to adjust what you focus on. When you are grateful, you focus more on the things you have that you are appreciative of, as well as on all the good that has come to you. Gratitude also drives contentment in your life, which is key to wealth building, because when you are content with what you have, you are less compelled to spend in order to gain material satisfaction, which doesn't always work, because you'll find that there's always something new that you can buy. Check out our 30-day gratitude challenge to get started. Use affirmations to improve your money mindset. It's so easy to let negativity creep into our mindset. However, you can combat those bad thoughts with good ones. Using positive financial affirmations as part of your daily routine is another one of the top money mindset exercises to start. In fact, studies show that practicing positive affirmations can actually reprogram your brain. So, using affirmations will improve your outlook and give you a healthy money mindset. Check out our article on 55 financial affirmations you should tell yourself to stop negative self-talk and incorporate more positivity into your thoughts. Don't dwell on your past financial mistakes. If you beat yourself up for your past financial mistakes, it's time to stop. Why? because failure is the path to success. We all make mistakes and have had money problems, but you can use them to learn lessons and grow as a person. This includes bettering yourself financially. So rather than dwelling on what you did wrong, use those past experiences as a learning tool to make a financial plan to do better. Let go of limiting money beliefs. Letting go of limiting beliefs is another key step to creating a positive money mindset. Limiting beliefs do just that, they limit you. You can achieve financial success if you try, so write down some big, hairy, audacious goals and set your sights high. This is also another reason to use your daily affirmations. They will help you bust through those old beliefs and set new, unlimited ones. Uncover subconscious thought patterns. We can accumulate negative thought patterns and subconscious beliefs that keep us limited. We may have grown up in a family where we always heard the phrase "the rich get richer and the poor get poorer." Or maybe we heard our parents say that people who made lots of money were greedy. We may not have realized it as children, but these thoughts can become ingrained into our subconscious and can affect us in our adult lives. Deep down, we may have a belief that wanting more money made us bad. If this is the case, we can prevent ourselves from taking risks and making moves that could potentially lead us to more financial abundance. I encourage you to take a moment and think back to how you grew up. Think about how your family perceived money and how the people around you were financially. Was there a limiting belief you may have held on to that has now affected how you view money today? Change your perspective. Have you ever found yourself shopping for the bargain? Have you ever looked at something you wanted to buy and thought you couldn't afford it? Maybe you have gone out for dinner and felt anxious when it was time for the bill to come, or maybe you are working on building your business and are always worried about not having enough clients. All these thoughts keep us limited. They are based on fear and are coming from a place of lack. When we think we don't have enough, we will attract more of what we think, and that is not having enough. So next time you find yourself worried about not having enough or not being able to afford something, I encourage you to change your perspective. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," or "I don't have what I want," how about asking yourself, "What can I do to afford that?" Or maybe, "What steps can I take today that will help me move closer toward my goal?" Be selective on who you share your goals with. There is nothing wrong with sharing your dreams and aspirations with loved ones, but something I have learned on my own journey that has had a profound effect on being able to reach my goals was to become selective with who I shared my vision with. If we share our aspirations with people doing less than we are, or with loved ones that don't have the same drive or vision, the opinions and outside noise can throw us off track. We may hear them asking, "How do you think you can get that? Are you sure that is the best move? What if it doesn't work?" Or maybe you may be asked, "Don't you think you are being a little too ambitious?" Our friends and family may mean well, but when you are wanting to be better and do better, these type of opinions and questions can cause doubt and fear within us. If you haven't already found yourself a mentor, I highly recommend to find one. Seek out someone that is already doing what you want. Learn from someone that has already walked the journey. People doing more than you will never tell you it can't be done. They will inspire you, encourage you, and even show you what is possible. Make moves as if it is already yours. If you want to be someone that is successful in business, start making moves as if you already are. Ask yourself what a day would look like for someone that already has what it is you want. What would they do? How would they act? What kind of decisions would they make? Envision yourself being the person that already has what it is you aspire for and start thinking, acting and being as if you already are that person. Strangely enough, if you can be consistent in this, you may find that one day you are actually that person you aspire to be. Don't underestimate the power of gratitude. One habit that is extremely powerful is to become grateful. It doesn't matter where you are now or what you still don't have. Think of all of the things in your life that you can be grateful for. Look back to the time that you wished for the things that you have now. Life is a journey. Trust the process. I find when we are grateful for the things we already have, we seem to attract more opportunities, and the right people and circumstances seem to come our way. Coming from a place of gratefulness turns us into a magnet for abundance. For the next 30 days, take 10 minutes in the morning to be appreciative of things you could be grateful for. If you can do this consistently, watch your world change. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.